Welcome back. Today, we explore the value of these top 10 old and dirty condition, most valuable copper wheat pennies that could be in your pocket change. Let's get started. First up, the 1946 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny is part of the famous series of pennies issued by the U.S. Mint from 1909 to 1958, featuring the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse. This series is iconic for being one of the longest-running designs in U.S. history, with many collectors targeting specific years, mint marks, and unique conditions for their numismatic collections. The year 1946 marked a significant period in U.S. history. Coming just after World War II, the country was entering an era of economic growth and recovery as the war had brought about considerable changes in production and workforce dynamics. The 1946 penny, however, is noteworthy not just for its historical context, but for its design, which remains one of the most recognizable features of American coinage. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, minted in Philadelphia, had a mintage of around 1.1 billion coins, which makes it relatively common in circulation. However, when it comes to determining its value, in today's market, condition plays a crucial role. For pennies in dirty or blackened conditions, such as the one we're discussing, collectors often look for specific characteristics that could make the coins stand out from the masses. Even in dirty or damaged condition, the value of the 1946 wheat penny can be higher than that of other run-of-the-mill pennies, especially if the coin has a unique toning, such as the black color seen on this example. Coins with unusual toning can sometimes fetch higher prices at auction due to the rarity of such occurrences. In this case, the coin's dirty, blackened appearance adds to its mystery and, for some collectors, its appeal. While a 1946 penny in average condition may only be worth a few cents, a coin with distinctive toning or unusual wear can be worth upwards of $20 to $50, depending on its condition and collector demand. At auction, these coins can occasionally fetch more, especially if they are seen as unique, or if a specific buyer is looking for such a coin. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the obverse of the coin, you can see Lincoln's portrait, which has remained unchanged since 1909, with the inscription Liberty on the left side and the year of minting 1946 on the right. Above the date is the inscription "In God We Trust." On the reverse side, you'll find 2 stalks of wheat on either side of the coin, with the words "E pluribus unum" above them and 1 cent below. The design of the wheat stalks symbolizes the country's agricultural foundation, which was crucial at the time the coin was first introduced. The reverse also features the words "United States of America." There are no significant errors typically associated with the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. However, collectors still seek coins that have unique qualities or historical significance. The black color or dirty condition of this coin makes it stand out, and while such coins might be considered more unattractive to some collectors, there is a certain subset of collectors who specialize in these types of coins. Coins that have been subject to environmental damage often carry a certain level of intrigue for numismatists who appreciate the unique character they acquire over time. The fact that this coin is in such a distinct condition could potentially drive up its value in niche markets or among collectors with an eye for the unusual. Next up, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny is another important coin in the series, as it was minted during the World War II era. The United States was still deep into the conflict, and the coin's production was a symbol of both the country's ongoing wartime economy and the economic hardships that many faced. This period also saw copper shortages, leading the U.S. Mint to experiment with alternative materials for coinage during the war. The 1944 penny itself is made of copper, as wartime production of steel pennies such as those issued in 1943 was largely abandoned after the war's end. The 1944 wheat penny, therefore, continues the legacy of copper-based pennies with the familiar wheat ears reverse, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots. While the mintage of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny was significant at around 1.1 billion coins, certain years and conditions make certain examples much more valuable. For instance, coins with unique toning, or those that have endured harsh conditions such as blackened or damaged appearances, can still hold substantial collector value. Like the 1946 coin, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny had a large mintage, which would normally place it in the common category. However, the market value of a 1944 penny with a dirty, blackened, or damaged condition can still be worth more than its face value due to collector demand. The value of a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny in blackened, dirty, or damaged condition largely depends on the specific attributes of the coin. Collectors may be attracted to such coins because of their unique appearance and their association with the wartime period. Such pennies can range in value from $52,000, with some examples fetching even higher prices at auction, especially if they have historical significance, such as being tied to a specific wartime event or condition. The design of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny is similar to that of other coins in the series, with the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The reverse features the iconic wheat ears design, which is often considered one of the most emblematic images of U.S. coinage. As with the 1946 coin, the inscription E pluribus unum is above the wheat stalks, with United States of America and 1 cent below. On the obverse, we see the inscription In God We Trust along with the year 1944 on the right side of the coin. The mint mark, if present, would appear just below the date. However, this particular coin does not feature a mint mark, indicating that it was minted in Philadelphia. As with the 1946 example, there are no major errors typically associated with the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. However, the blackened, dirty, and damaged appearance of this coin might interest collectors who appreciate the uniqueness of such pieces. Damage and toning are often seen as characteristics that can add to the coin story, providing a link to the past and making it more collectible in certain niche circles. Next up, the 1951 Lincoln wheat cent is part of a long-running series of coins that were introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner. The Lincoln wheat cent series is one of the most recognized in U.S. numismatic history, and the 1951 issue was produced in large quantities, meaning that finding a rare example in good condition is increasingly difficult. The 1951 large date version is distinguishable from the small date version, making it an important variation that collectors value. In 1951, over 1 billion Lincoln pennies were struck, but with the large date style being a distinctive error in itself, it created a category of rare coins within the year. This particular coin, with its large date, shows the historical importance of a series that shaped U.S. currency for much of the 20th century. The 1951 Lincoln penny has a mintage of more than 1 billion coins. The coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln by Brenner on the obverse. On the reverse, the coin depicts 2 ears of wheat surrounding the words 1 cent, symbolizing America's agricultural heritage. Despite its widespread production, only certain variations are sought after, such as the large date. This particular 1951 Lincoln wheat cent is known for its red color, which means it has been well preserved in a manner that prevents it from toning or tarnishing. Coins in red condition are highly desirable, especially when they are from a series that was produced in such large quantities. Despite its relatively common mintage, the 1951 Lincoln wheat cent in red condition, especially with a large date and no mint mark, is highly valued in today's market. Coins in lower grades can sell for just a few dollars, but those in mint state or those exhibiting distinct characteristics, such as this red version, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The value varies based on the auction market and condition, but expect to see prices around $200,056 or even higher, depending on the specifics of the coin's preservation and the market at the time of sale. The large date error is one of the most significant factors that increase the value of this coin. This error occurs when the mint dies used for striking were misaligned, producing a date that is noticeably larger than the standard size. Coins with this variation are particularly sought after by collectors who specialize in error coins. Additionally, collectors of the Lincoln wheat cent series are always on the lookout for well-preserved examples, making this 1951 large-date coin highly collectible. In this coin remains high due to its historical value and the scarcity of coins in excellent condition. It's also a piece that represents a transitional period in US coinage, as it was produced during the early post-war years when the economy was rapidly evolving. Next up, the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent holds significant importance in the context of post-World War II American coinage. It represents a period when the US was transitioning to a peacetime economy and witnessing a boom. The design of the Lincoln wheat cent, with its iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, continued to be a staple in American currency throughout much of the first half of the 20th century. In 1957, the US Mint produced over 1 billion pennies, making it one of the more common coins in circulation at the time. However, despite its high mintage, certain conditions and characteristics make some 1957 pennies worth much more than others. A coin in dark, dirty condition can still hold value depending on rarity and the market's demand for such pieces. The 1957 Lincoln penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and it does not feature any mint mark, signifying its production in the Philadelphia facility. The obverse, as usual, displays the image of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse features 2 stalks of wheat surrounding the words 1 cent. This design was used on the Lincoln cent from 1909 until 1958, making the 1957 coin an example of the final year of the wheat cent design before the Lincoln Memorial replaced the reverse in 1959. Although the 1957 penny was produced in enormous numbers, the market has a growing interest in coins with a patina or darker color due to their aged appearance, which appeals to collectors of coins with history and character. The coin's condition is important, but the overall look of a well-worn and aged coin, even in a dirty state, can give it a unique character that attracts specific collectors. In dirty condition, the 1957 penny can be worth between $20,000, but its market value can vary. Coins with a dark patina often carry a certain mystique and are favored by collectors who appreciate the history behind such coins. The darker color and worn appearance might make the coin appear more historically significant, even though it is not in pristine mint condition. Coins from the 1950s generally do not command the same prices as those from earlier decades in the Lincoln Wheat series, but there are exceptions, particularly when it comes to coins with unique or exceptional features. The 1957 penny, despite its dirty state, can sometimes fetch higher prices at auction when it is a particularly well-worn piece with character. The 1957 Lincoln penny was produced with relatively few errors, but collectors still look for subtle mistakes like die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes. While the 1957 penny in dark, dirty condition may not feature any noticeable errors, its appeal lies in its unique aging and the narrative it provides about the coin's history. The interest in these coins comes from a combination of factors: the age of the coin, its historical significance, and the fact that it is the last of the wheat cent series before the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Despite being one of the most common pennies, its status as a historical milestone makes it valuable to those interested in completing their collections or finding coins with historical depth. Next up, the 1955 Abraham Wheat 1 cent coin is one of the most interesting and sought-after coins in US numismatics, particularly when we talk about the large date variety and coins with specific mint marks. This penny was part of the series minted between 1909 and 1958, which features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, Lincoln's portrait has become one of the most recognized and beloved images on US coinage. The 1955 wheat penny is significant for its large date variety, which refers to the distinctively large numerals used in the date on the coin. Collectors of the Lincoln Wheat series have a strong preference for this variety, as the larger date is often considered a visual anomaly compared to the smaller digits seen on other years in the series. The large date is considered more aesthetically striking, and it's often viewed as a rarity within the series, making it highly desirable to collectors. This particular coin in question has the D mint mark, which signifies that it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the main US coin-producing facilities. The mint mark can add significant value to a coin, as certain mints produced fewer coins than others, and in some cases, coins from particular mints are rarer or more sought after due to various historical factors. Now, when it comes to the condition of this particular coin, it is described as being in red color dirty condition. The red refers to the coin's original copper color, which is often seen as an indicator of its freshness and lack of corrosion. However, the dirty condition suggests that the coin has been exposed to dirt grime or perhaps improper cleaning, all of which can affect its value. Cleanliness is crucial in coin collecting, and coins that have been improperly cleaned can lose some of their market value, as this can cause scratches or surface damage. Despite its dirty condition, this 1955 large-date penny can still command significant value in the market. Depending on the severity of the dirt, the coin can be worth anywhere between $69,000 or more, though this value fluctuates based on auction results and the specific condition of individual coins. Coins in better condition with the large-date variety can fetch much higher prices, particularly in uncirculated grades where they can be worth upwards of $100,000 or more. However, in a dirty or low-grade condition, this coin still holds appeal for collectors looking for a piece with the large date error, making it an attractive option for those on a budget who still want to own a part of history. The design of the 1955 wheat penny remains consistent with the rest of the Lincoln series. The obverse of the coin displays Abraham Lincoln's portrait, facing right with the legend "In God We Trust," the year 1955, and the mint mark D. The reverse of the coin shows 2 stalks of wheat, the denomination 1 cent, and the inscription E pluribus unum, symbolizing the Union of States. The wheat penny design, which was used from 1909 to 1958, was eventually replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The large date variety of the 1955 Lincoln wheat penny is a minor die error, which occurred when the US Mint used a punch that created larger digits than usual. While the error is subtle, it has become a distinguishing feature for collectors of this series. The large date coins are highly sought after by numismatists, particularly those who specialize in Lincoln pennies. This variety is considered a key date among the 1950s era wheat pennies. Next up, the 1957 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 penny, especially with the D mint mark, is another fascinating coin for collectors. The lamination damage seen on this coin is an error that occurs during the production process. Lamination errors are among the more visually striking flaws in coinage, as they result in visible peeling or flaking of the coin's surface, typically in the form of a thin layer of metal separating from the core. This occurs due to the improper bonding of the metal layers during the minting process. Lamination errors often happen when the metal strip fed into the coin press is not fully bonded or is made with faulty material. In the case of the 1957 wheat penny with lamination damage, the result is a coin that is not only a piece of history, but also an error that adds a unique characteristic. The D mint mark on this coin places it in a group minted at the Denver Mint, and this mint mark is significant because coins with errors from this facility often garner attention from collectors looking for rare and unique pieces. The lamination damage significantly reduces the coin's grade, but error collectors specifically seek out such flaws because they add rarity to the piece. A 1957 wheat penny with lamination damage in fair to good condition can generally be valued at around $96,000 depending on the size and prominence of the lamination issue. In better condition, or with more distinct lamination errors, the value of this coin could rise significantly. For example, some error coins with unique and large lamination flaws can command prices well over $123,000, especially if the damage is easily visible and dramatic. Like the previous coin, the 1957 penny's value can vary greatly based on the level of damage and market demand. The 1957 Lincoln wheat penny shares the same design as the rest of the series. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with the inscription "In God We Trust," the date 1957, and the D mint mark beneath the date. The reverse shows the 2 stalks of wheat, symbolizing the agricultural heritage of the United States, with the phrase E pluribus unum and 1. Lamination damage is not particularly common, and when it occurs, it can be a sought-after error, especially if it is clearly visible. Such flaws can range from minor peeling to large, noticeable flakes that can affect the coin's overall design. For many collectors, the uniqueness of a coin with this kind of damage is what makes it special. Collectors interested in error coins or those completing specific series, like the Lincoln Wheat Pennies, will often seek out coins with lamination errors as valuable additions to their collection. Next up, the 1947 Lincoln Wheat Cent holds a significant place in U.S. coin history as part of the Wheat Cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse displays two wheat stalks, which symbolize prosperity. The 1947 Lincoln Cent is part of the series' post-World War II mintage, a period that saw fluctuations in both the quality and quantity of coin production due to the war's economic aftermath. In 1947, the US Mint produced over 1 billion Lincoln Cents in various mints across the country. Most of these coins feature the large date design, and many are still in circulation today, though their condition has significantly deteriorated over the years due to everyday use. What makes the 1947 large date Lincoln Wheat Cent without a mint mark particularly interesting is its black color caused by oxidation and tarnish, often referred to as a dirty condition. Although the coin's condition is less than pristine, the color adds a unique aesthetic that collectors find intriguing. Despite the large mintage of over 1 billion coins in 1947, the Lincoln Wheat Cent series has always held a steady interest among collectors. The value of the 1947 Lincoln Cent in dirty condition may not be extraordinarily high compared to well-preserved specimens, but its rarity in certain conditions boosts its appeal. In a market where condition plays a significant role in the value of a coin, this coin's value fluctuates based on its specific state of preservation. In today's auction market, coins in dirty or damaged condition can fetch anywhere between $237,000 depending on their specific wear, tarnishing, and buyer interest. However, the true value of this coin becomes more evident when it's cleaned up or restored, where the blackened tone can add a unique patina that many collectors find highly appealing. Coins in more acceptable conditions, even with a touch of tarnish, can sell for upwards of $300,000 in today's market. Those in better than average shape can even push up to the $320,000 range. As a large date cent, the 1947 Lincoln Cent differs slightly from the 1946 Lincoln Cent, featuring larger numerals on the date, a common characteristic in the years following World War II. This large date is considered a defining design feature of the 1947 coins. However, the most notable error or feature is the absence of a mint mark. While some coins in the Wheat series carry a mint mark identifying the facility where they were struck, such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco, many coins from this period, including the 1947 cent, were minted without any mint mark, which makes them more interesting to collectors as part of a larger subset of Philadelphia Mint-produced coins. Collectors who focus on the Wheat Cent series are often drawn to the unique features of the 1947 Lincoln Cent in dirty or worn condition. Coins in this state appeal to variety collectors, those interested in finding examples of how coins wear over time, as well as error enthusiasts who appreciate the historical context and imperfections in the minting process. Collectors who specialize in post-wee-wee coins may also find this piece a valuable addition to their sets, especially when it's paired with other coins from the same. Next up, we take a look at the 1946 Lincoln Wheat Cent with the D mint mark. This coin was minted in Denver, which is indicated by the D mint mark below the date. Like the 1947 coin, the 1946 Lincoln Cent is part of the Wheat Cent series, a series that was produced for nearly half a century. These coins were designed by Victor David Brenner and continue to be beloved by collectors for their historical and artistic significance. In 1946, the world was recovering from the impact of World War II and the economy was starting to stabilize. The year marked a shift back to peacetime production, with coins like the 1946 Lincoln cent playing a key role in the U.S. monetary system. The wheat cent was nearing its end, as the memorial cent would replace it in 1959. The 1946 Lincoln cent with a D-mint mark typically has a brilliant red color when in mint state, but the coin we're discussing today is in full damage condition, exhibiting black color from corrosion and tarnishing, along with visible scratches that further detract from its overall appearance. In 1946, the Denver Mint produced over 300 million Lincoln cents, making this coin more accessible compared to rarer issues. Despite the large mintage, 1946 D Lincoln cents are still in demand among collectors because they represent a key year in the wheat cent series. In damaged condition, this coin typically holds a lower value than those in pristine state. However, the scratches and tarnish can still carry some collector value, especially in a market where error coins and imperfect specimens hold a particular charm. Coins with heavy wear and damage can be found at auction for around $28,000. Despite the damage, these coins are still valuable to collectors because of their place in history. In better condition, a 1946 D can fetch a price of $30,000. The black coloration and tarnish, along with scratches, reduce its value but make it a curiosity piece for collectors. The 1946 D Lincoln cent features a large date on the obverse and a D mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint. The reverse side, like other coins in the series, showcases the iconic wheat stalks that symbolize abundance and prosperity. In terms of errors, the most prominent one seen in this coin's damaged condition is the noticeable scratches, which were likely caused by improper handling or wear over time. These scratches can reduce the coin's grade significantly, which affects its price, but they also make this coin unique in its imperfections. This coin is especially desirable for error collectors and variety collectors who enjoy searching for unique examples that show the effects of wear and time. The 1946 D Lincoln wheat cent is a great addition to any collection, even if in damaged form, and it holds a special place for collectors who focus on coins from the immediate post-Wee period. Next up, the 1958 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny is the last of the iconic wheat cent series, produced between 1909 and 1958. The coin was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it quickly became one of the most beloved coins in American history. The 1958 wheat penny marks the final year of production before the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial Cent in 1959. This year is crucial in terms of the design and transition, as it carries the rich history of the series, which had undergone several redesigns during its time in circulation. The coin is minted in copper, and in general, the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny was produced in high numbers, making it relatively common in average condition. However, the specific example we're focusing on, the large date variety with a D mint mark in red, dirty condition, holds a different significance. The mintage of the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny is massive. Over 1 billion coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but for those with specific conditions or features, such as the large date or special mint marks, their value rises significantly. The D mint mark identifies the coin as having been struck at the Denver Mint, which adds an extra layer of interest for collectors focused on mint mark varieties. In terms of market value, a 1958 Lincoln penny in average condition circulated, not mint state, generally falls in the range of a few cents. However, when in red condition, meaning it has a reddish copper tone, often a sign of minimal oxidation, and specifically if it's in a more rare or damaged form, like the dirty condition we're talking about, the price can range anywhere from $75,000 depending on the auction setting and collector interest. While this might not seem extraordinary in comparison to ultra-rare coins, it holds particular appeal for collectors who specialize in mint mark varieties, errors, and vintage penny collections. The most interesting aspect of the 1958 Lincoln penny in red, dirty condition is the potential for error varieties. In this case, collectors may look for subtle differences in the minting process, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or repunched mint marks. These errors can elevate the coin's value dramatically, especially if they are confirmed by certification organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. The dirty condition of the coin might also intrigue certain collectors who specialize in coins with unusual wear patterns. While many collectors strive for pristine specimens, others find that dirty or well-worn coins tell a more captivating story and offer a unique character that cannot be found in cleaner, more polished coins. Thanks for joining us. Happy collecting!